Hi, how you doing? This is Tom Gill from everstrength.com in my home garage gym. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to put a video together today really quickly about different types of levels of training. And first level I talked about in an earlier video was stabilization. I want to kind of take it from there and where you would go from getting your stabilization in line and to where you want to go from there if you're beginning a workout program. Okay, so you want to make sure, obviously, that a lot of the movements you're very stable in. So if you're doing squats with weight and stuff like that, you want to make sure you have that stabilization training so you wouldn't injure yourself when you're doing a loaded exercise with weight on your back or a deadlift where you're pulling it. So first and foremost, I'll say it again, is just make sure that you've gone through a good stabilization program and you're doing good warm-ups before your actual workout. Stabilization, to reiterate, how to train, you want to train stabilization kind of in an unstable but a control environment. So what I said in an earlier video, like push up on a stability ball, doing one-handed planks, push-ups with one foot up, just to kind of get your stabilization there and learn how to fire different muscles in an unstable environment. So from that point, you want to move on to obviously strength. You want to be able to get strength gains. So when you improve your stabilization, you want to actually increase your work capacity and your endurance, your muscle endurance. So with the extra weight, the loads that you're going to do, you're going to enhance joint stability with that, which is very helpful, especially when you get older. And then, of course, we all want it. We want to look good in the mirror, so we want to increase our lean body mass. We want to get the muscles. And paired with a good diet and a good strength regimen, that will come. So, what are the training strategies? You want to do kind of moderate loads. What I do sometimes, I superset. I superset with other exercises. So I'll sometimes do a couple exercises back to back. So for instance, I'll try to do exercises that are opposite of each other. For instance, I would do a bench press, and then I would do a bent over row. So they're kind of the pushing and pulling exercises, and you're working muscles that are opposite of each other. And regular strength training, you got the traditional body part splits, like you'll have a leg day, you'll have a chest and back day, and usually they'll have that maybe 3-4 days. You'll skip a day depending on how you want to do your program. Those work, the traditional splits work, but in the middle of all those, I would definitely add some type of core exercises in there. Planks, you could do hanging knee raises. I wouldn't do as many crunches per se, especially if you had lower back issues. Sometimes the crunch could exacerbate a lower back issue. So that's why I like doing stuff like planks and probably suspended type of core exercises, which is you could do leg raises, knee raises. And when you get really advanced, you could do knees to elbows, and then then feet to bar by hanging, and they're great workouts. And then to work your obliques, you could do side planks, and then from hanging, you could kind of twist your body in to kind of on an angle to work your obliques when you're doing the hanging leg raises and stuff. So so from that point on, so again, to reiterate, you want to start stabilization. You want to make sure that you've got all your mobilization, your flexibility, and your stabilization in check. You move on to the strength, and you start loading the exercises to get the strength, and then you kind of progress from there. And then you build your program from there, and then you build on your strength, and then from that point on, that's where you decide where you want to go. And then in later videos, I'm going to talk more about the next place you could go after you start getting your strength gains. I mean, there's hypertrophy, that's muscle building, that's if you want to get big muscles, kind of like a bodybuilder. And then my favorite is more of the power workouts, which are for athleticism, a lot of different MMA type of style power workouts, plyometrics and stuff like that, which I love. and I could talk more about that in a later video, but that's what I wanted to talk about. So start with your stabilization and then work into strength, okay? Thanks for joining me, and if you got anything to say or want to enlighten me, or you just want to say hello, hit up my website, everstrength.com. Thanks.